was asked to do an exhortation the other day in church, and this is about fear. Fear. How many people have fears? I know I do, and I'm trying to overcome them. One of my fears is speaking before crowds, but I'm trying to overcome this. I'm definitely trying to overcome this. I have to tell myself, but I want to be a motivational speaker, right? So guess what? I gotta step out on that fear. I'm definitely working towards that and overcoming this fear by just getting out there and just doing it afraid. God told Joshua, don't be afraid of their faces, or I will make you even more afraid. God said he will never leave us nor forsake us. So all we have to do is depend on him, and he will definitely see us through. Every situation, every trial that we face, he will see us through. Isaiah 41:10 says, fear not, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed. I am your God. For he will give us all the strength we need to help us along the way. No matter what problems we face, he'll make everything all right, and he'll be right there by your side. Another fear that I face, I'm trying to overcome, is caring too much about what other people think of me. I tend to do this a lot, and I'm still working on this one. I know for a fact that I was a people pleaser, and at times I still find myself doing that. I try to please as many people as I can. I know that's not good, but I just don't like seeing people angry, I would say. I know this isn't good, but I need to focus on what God says instead of what other people say. People, they don't have a heaven or a hell to put you in. Despite me knowing this, it's still difficult. I have to continuously remind myself not to care what others think of me. And then at times I still find myself doing it anyway. This is a constant struggle. But if we just give it to God, he'll make everything all right. And he'll do the fighting for us. For the Bible says in Psalms 27:1, the Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? Another thing I tend to do is standing in my own way. How many people do that? You stand in your own way despite of all your struggles and stuff like that. Or I'm going to say despite all of the things you try to accomplish, you just stand in your way. Like you can't do it, or it takes forever to do something. You just stand in your own way. I do this a lot, especially with my thoughts. I find myself thinking wrong when I know I shouldn't be. Like doubting. I definitely tend to doubt a lot. And I know some people struggle with that too. I also tend to put a lot of things on myself, knowing daggone well I may not be able to accomplish all the things that I want to do throughout that day. I can say I have gotten a little better with that though. At least I'm still working on that, but I did get a little bit better with it. Because when those thoughts come into my mind, I try to just push through and think of the good things God has done and the many situations he has brought me out of. I just hope and pray for the best. I do, however, need to get better with scheduling, because it's like I have so much I want to accomplish throughout that day. But lately I have been doing what my pastor said, which is putting the most important things first. Like now, I try to just schedule to do three of the most important things that I can do throughout that day. And then if I have extra time, I go ahead and do the other things. So Luke 14:27 reminds us that his peace he leaves with us. So don't let your hearts be troubled, and neither let them be afraid. Another thing I tend to be fearful of is money. Sometimes I find myself wondering, where will it come from? I know I have a lot of struggles with this, but it's like every time I get into a bind, God is always right there. Even when you don't know where you're going to get it from, it's like he always makes a way. He makes a way out of no way. So knowing I shouldn't be worrying about this, because for one, worrying is a sin, and for two, I know that God got me, right? He got us all. I can say there has been times I have been worried, but God, he comes through. Like I said, he comes through right on time, every time. I also noticed since lately I have been paying my tithes. It's important to pay your tithes. So he has me 100%. How many people know if you take care of God's house, he'll definitely take care of your house? Genesis 50:21 says, so do not fear. I will provide for you and your little ones. Thus he comforted them and spoke kindly to them. So all in all, I know it's hard, but we need to learn to trust in God. Trust in Jesus and do not fear, because God didn't give us the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. Another thing that I tend to be fearful of, and I'm still trying to overcome this one, is focusing on my internal fears. Like far as, all right, I'm gonna just say it like this. So I recently lost my husband on May the 28th, to be exact, due to pancreatic cancer. It was a struggle. It really was a struggle. I was hoping for him to push through. I really was. I was really hoping for him to push through. But God have other plans. So he will always discuss the fact that, my husband will always discuss the fact that he wanted to be cremated, and I always would tell him I didn't want to think about that, because I would tell him I wanted to die before him, because I didn't think I would be able to go through it. But God is making a way. It's hard. It's really hard, but he's definitely making a way out of no way. I'm trying to push through each and every day. It's been hard though, but God got it. He got it under control. So anyway, when I would tell him that, he'd be like, no, because I wouldn't be able to bear it. He wouldn't be able to bear losing me first. So when he passed, I thought I would die, because I didn't know how to overcome it and get on without. I didn't know how I would overcome it and to get on without him. Like I said, it's been hard. I'm taking things one day at a time. With God's grace, he was the love of my life. Every relationship has its ups and downs, but he was definitely the love of my life. But all I can say is, make sure you don't take other people for granted, and love them with all your heart, because you never know. one day you might look up and they might not be right there by your side. So Isaiah 41:13 says, "For I, the Lord your God, hold your right hand. It is I who say to you, fear not. I am the one who helps you." So, also, before my husband passed away, he wrote a book about his life and to basically give encouragement to other people. It's called From the Streets to the Road to Heaven. And as a dedication to him, I decided to go ahead through with it and just put it out there. So you can purchase the book on my website. It's called Faith, Health, and Happiness. Our website actually launches tomorrow. My husband, like I said, he died from pancreatic cancer. But my daughter and I, we decided to make a business, create a business throughout all of this stuff that's going on and whatnot. So we sell lip glosses and other things as well. But the book is on our website, and our website launches tomorrow, November the 15th.